Hello everyone, Scary Skeleton Reactor here, bringing to you yet another reaction video. And as you can tell, today is October 1st, 2021. And yes, you just saw it. I'm going to be doing another Halloween horror month. Yes, you probably remember my very first time doing this back in 2018. That was 3 years ago. And that was before COVID. And now I'm doing one during COVID. And as you could tell, I'm already prepared for Halloween. Yes, I am. So, what better... So, the last time I've done this, I said I would try to upload videos on all three of my channels. But this time, since I've not been doing any gaming videos... currently that channel's collecting dust. I'm only gonna focus on two of my channels. So yeah, basically for my main channel I'm only gonna be reacting to Mr. Nightmare videos, but for my second channel I really need your help. If you have any Halloween horror videos that are cringy that you want me to react to on my second channel, please leave them in the comments. I will get to those. That's what I'm going to be focusing on for this month only. So, any Halloween horror scary videos that are cringy on my second channel, please post them in the comments below. I will get to those. So, anyways, let's get started. This one that I've picked to start here on my Halloween horror month in 2021. 3 true freaky pizza delivery horror stories. Oh boy. And well, speaking of pizza, I'm already hungry. Been a while since I've had pizza, so anyways, so without further ado, let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. As far as I know, these stories are all true. Well, thanks for the reminder, Mr. Nightmare.
I'll never forget this night. The pizza place I worked at was about to close, and I was getting ready to go home when the phone rang. I was working the counter alone that night, so I was taking calls. I picked up the phone. There was complete silence, so I hung up. About a minute later, the phone rings again, so I pick up again. Still silence. I was about to hang up again when I heard the very weak and cold voice of an old woman on the other end. She said she wanted a regular pie delivered. I remained polite on the phone, but on the inside I was screaming. I just wanted to get home and end my shift. I called out to my boss that somebody is requesting a delivery. He told me I had to go. I was upset at first, but I realized it's another tip, and the old ones usually tip the most, so I decided it was okay. I took down the address and told her I would be there soon, but she had already hung up.
Suspicious.
I thought that was rude, but I ignored it and yelled to the chef that I needed one regular. My boss told me to just go home after the delivery as the place would be closed. So a little before 10 o'clock, I got in my car and put the address into my GPS. The house was 7 miles away. The GPS took me to the quiet side of town. I arrived to the house. It was a small, one-floor house in a very quiet and empty block. I took the pizza and walked up to the door and rang the doorbell.
Doesn't sound good.
In the house. I hoped that she hadn't given me the wrong address. I rang the doorbell again. There was still no answer.
Yeah.
I was about to give up when
I may as well just give up right there.
At the window. I got a little freaked out and backed up at first, but I eventually got closer to the window to see the person. It was an old woman, probably in her late 70s. She was just staring at me with a blank expression. I yelled to her through the glass that I had her pizza. She didn't react to what I said, so I screamed it louder.
Odd.
A big smile ran across her face.
Uh-oh.
Not a pleasant, genuine smile. It was a smile that sent chills down my spine.
Yeah.
I still remember that
Not
exact
good.
face she made through the window.
Get out of there, man.
I decided that I was freaked out enough and got back to my car and set the pizza in the passenger seat. I had to text my boss about this. I shot him a quick text and started my car, ready to get the hell away. I looked to my right to get one more look, to see the woman standing right outside my passenger side window, giving me the same stare she had given me before.
Oh, no.
I put my car in drive and floored it down the street, not looking back.
Good.
My boss never made me do a late night delivery again.
At Aspen Dental, we help you
Get that advertisement out of the way. Seriously, if I got a if I were working at a pizza delivery and it had to be a late night, I wouldn't even do it in the first place. That is legitimately scary, particularly on the other side of town. I wouldn't do it. I mean, even though I'm already a scary sight to look at, but seriously, that would be way too scary for me. Seriously, I wouldn't do it. Now my camera's messed up again. Alright.
This happened 4 years ago when I was still in high school. I was told to do my last delivery of my shift. I got in my car, which was a 1999 Camry, perfect for delivering pizzas. I GPSed the address of my
Sounds like a cool car, though. I would just save it and leave it in a garage somewhere.
I remember the sun was starting to set, so it was probably around 7 o'clock. I'd say after a good 15 minutes of driving through the foresty dirt roads, my GPS said I had arrived. It was an old little cottage-like house made almost entirely of wood. It was sitting all by itself in the middle of absolutely nothing but forest. The lawn was completely unkept, as the grass was almost at knee height. I was used to this kind of
Suspicious.
thing, so I didn't think much of it. I took the pizza to the front door. There was no doorbell, so I knocked loudly on the door.
Wait, a house with no doorbell? Are you serious?
Wood on the inside of the house.
But then again, I wouldn't be surprised.
I started to feel uneasy. I got the feeling that I was being
Live in the
watched,
city after all.
and that's when I noticed there was a peephole in the door. "It's the pizza guy," I called out. I heard a low, harsh-sounding voice on the other side of the door, telling me to bring the pizza out back. I didn't like the idea of going back there. Something didn't seem right. "Are you sure, sir?" I called out. He didn't answer my question. The sound of footsteps didn't move away from the door, so I had the feeling he was still watching me. I almost found myself walking back to my car, but I decided I didn't want any trouble with my boss. The last time I brought a pizza back, he gave me attitude.
Well, then that's not the boss who you should work for, then.
Cut grass and around the small house to the back. I remember there was a shed and a little patio back there. In the patio, there was a table with 4 chairs surrounding it. In one of the chairs, facing away from me, I saw the head of somebody sitting in the seat. I began walking over and said, "Excuse me," but the person didn't even move an inch.
Suppose that's a Halloween
I said it
decoration.
louder. Then from behind me, I heard, "Psst, over here."
Oh no. Get out of there.
Poking his head out from the corner of the house, looking at me with a crazed smile. "Come over here. I want to show you something."
Get out of there!
I freaked out, turned around, and ran around the house in the opposite direction, back to my car, for some reason still holding the pizza.
Yeah, I would have kept the
I got in
pizza.
my car, started it, and got away from there. On my way back to the pizzeria, I pulled over to the side of the road and called the police. Eventually, I was informed that there was no sign of anybody having been in that house for a long time. I quit my delivery job a few days after that. I have no idea what would have happened to me had I gone up to that man, but to this day, I still wish I just turned my head to see who or what was sitting in that patio chair.
Not good.
student.
Okay, yeah. At least this guy did call the cops. And I mean, back to the first story. If an old woman actually stood by the window and stared at me with some deranged look when she was in the house, and then I got back into the car, and then I got myself ready, texted my boss, and then turned to turn to my right, and see that same woman staring at me right outside my car door, trust me, I would have called. I don't know why, but I definitely would have freaked out. Maybe I would have reported it, but anyways. Okay. Third story.
I was doing late night deliveries during this particular shift. When I worked this job, I lived in the Poconos. It was very rural up there. I often found myself driving down roads surrounded by nothing but trees, just like this night. Only it was dark and foggy this time.
Fog?
Driving down a shortcut to
Well, that's
town
not
I'd
good.
taken many times before, I slam on the brakes when I see somebody jump out from the bushes onto the road. The sickening bump and thump from the front of the car.
Who would
confirmed
do
I hit the
that,
person.
even as a
I
prank?
put my hands
No
to
one
my
would
forehead
ever
and
do
cursed to
that.
myself. I couldn't believe what just happened. I just hit a person. I got out of my car and checked to see if they were alright. It was a man wearing a black hoodie with the hood up. He lay motionless by my car tire. I had no idea what to do. At this point, I was panicking. Why the hell was this guy in the middle of nowhere? Why did he jump in front of my car? And then things got weirder. I can hear a scream for help, coming from the woods to the left of me.
It's a setup.
Somebody was in trouble. I looked at the man I hit with my car. He was still on the ground, motionless. I'd only be gone for a minute, I figured. For whatever stupid reason.
60
I thought
seconds,
I was
that's a
okay to
long
leave the
time.
man to go into the woods. I moved in the direction I heard the scream originally, hoping to hear another. But it was just total silence, except for the night creatures making their sounds. "Where are you?" I yelled out. It was at that
It's a
moment
setup.
I heard the sound of a foot crushing the leaves on the ground. I turned in the direction of the sound, and even in the dark and foggy weather, I could still make out the figure of somebody hiding behind a tree opposite me. I ran as fast as I could back to my car, looking back constantly to make sure I wasn't being followed. When I got back to my car, the man I had hit was gone. I didn't stick around to wonder where he went. I just got back in my car and proceeded down the road.
Did he go in your car?
My heart was racing the whole drive through, but I still ended up delivering the pizza.
Oh,
I got to the house,
you
and
got the
when I
pizza
rang the
delivered.
bell,
Okay.
A middle-aged woman answered. After paying, I noticed that her eyes focused on something behind me, and then she asked me, "They let you guys have delivery partners now?"
Uh-oh.
was
I knew
confused and
it.
asked her what she meant, and she told me, "You got someone with you in your car." I felt a pain in my stomach as I turned and saw somebody sitting in the back seat of my car. I called the cops using the woman's phone, and they arrived
Good.
shortly after, but the person in the back seat of my car was already gone. The scariest thing about this whole story, the police found a blood-stained knife on the floor of my car where the man was hiding. This memory still haunts me every day, and I can genuinely tell you, it's painfully scary just to imagine how things could have turned out if I hadn't made the delivery.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. You're welcome, Mr. Nightmare. I enjoyed it. I mean, they were definitely freaky, but that was a good scare. So yeah, anyway, guys, that was 3 true freaky pizza delivery horror stories. I enjoyed it, and I hope you guys did also. Yeah, I'm sorry that I haven't been reacting recently, but yeah, I've been busy with my personal life, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the Halloween horror month
If you
once
wanna know
again,
why
and
you're so tired so often.
enough with those advertisements. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope you guys are staying safe, and particularly around Halloween, things get rather intense. But yeah. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. You know the drill. Please like, please subscribe. If you guys have requests, comment down below. Again, for my second channel, if you have any Halloween horror videos that are cringy, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. I will get to those. See you guys in my next reaction video. Peace.